Now here's a simple way to explain the need for personnel and staffing at a simple single-family home fire. Now this is with optimal staffing, and the most important thing with staffing we have to take from the military is you always have to have support. Once your support and supplies are cut off, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose the battle. So let's look at this, and we can see that the amount of people that we actually need, we never really have at a fire. So let's go through the scenario. Responding to a 2-story house fire. So let's go through the personnel that you're going to need. The first arriving truck. You have the driver engineer, you have the officer, you have the crew. You have a forcible entry crew. You have search group 1, search group 2, attack group 1, attack group 2. So that's a total of 8 people inside the structure. The victim on the 2nd floor. Ventilation group, 4 people. A safety officer. You have a RIT team. You have another ladder company. You have ops. You have vent enter search team. You have on this side of the structure, in case you have an exposure, you need another exposure line. You have water supply 1, water supply 2. You have ambulance standby for the firefighters. You have ambulance standby for the civilians. And you have rehab set up. So let's go through and count how many people we have just on this one scene. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. That's a total of 43 firefighters for just to do the basic functions at a fire. Now, on top of that, if you have a firefighter go down, this RIT team is going to go in. And so why scramble to set up another team? What you should do for staging is you stage them. RIT team 2, RIT team 3, and RIT team 4 for backup. And you also have attack group 3, attack group 4, search group 3, search group 4, ventilation 3, ventilation 4. Everybody's in staging. So how many people you have on the scene, you should have that many people in staging. If you send the RIT team in, you have to replace another 4 firefighters with another 4 firefighters, bring another 4 firefighters up in case this team has to go in to help with the extrication of the firefighter. If you have a collapse, you're going to even need another RIT team. And your personnel realistically should only be working for 20-30 minutes, and then they go to rehab. Once they're done in rehab, you put them back and rotate them through back into the staging area. Now, yeah, this is basic playing with toys here, but it's to point out that we inadequately staff simple fires. And imagine if this was a 3 or 4 story high rise, a 10-story high rise, where you have to do staging on the floors below or whatever. You need even more and more personnel. My point with this whole demonstration is that we need to have our supplies and our backup personnel in place at these fires. Staging cannot be you're just staging and sitting by your apparatus. Staging has to be you are staging as a RIT team, or you're staging as an attack group, or you're staging as a search and rescue group or a ventilation group. You're staging and you're knowing your job, what to do before you go there. You have your tools ready with you, and you're in the mindset of what you have to do. You're not simply standing around the incident command post, or you're standing around in a parking lot not knowing what you're going to do. You stage to the job that they're going to assign you to. Now, on top of all this, you have, what we say, 40 people for just the basic functions at a fire. You also need the backup personnel, which is another 40 people, so that's 80 people total. And then on top of that, you should have even more people there in case people are transported to the hospital, firefighters are injured. And then just to pick up the hose, you shouldn't use personnel that have participated in the firefighter operations to pick up the hose. That should be for a fresh crew who has been working for 20-30 minutes in ideal LH conditions, and now they got to go outside and pick up all the hose and exert themselves even more. So my point of this is we have to revamp the whole incident command system on how we stage personnel, on how personnel we use at a fire. Most departments have inadequate staffing levels, and yeah, this isn't realistic, but it should be realistic. This is what we should be doing at every single fire that we go to. If you staff your personnel like this, the chances are you're going to have less injuries, less heart attacks, less people overexerting themselves, and less firefighters dying at a fire.